next. Our panel is ready to talk all about Shopify, which is up over 3%. It's been hitting new highs. 1 year of 41%. Can it continue to be a winner? Chris Wang, research director at Runnymede Capital Management, and Josh Ketter, global CEO of Spreetail. Thank you both for being here. So, Josh, I'll start with you. Your big picture thoughts as revenue outpaced the estimates, and it gave a good outlook, too.
Yeah, honestly, it's fantastic growth for Shopify. I really see them continue to invest into the future. You see them growing 2 to 3 times their market, which is just fantastic. And stepping back, I realized this last year they added about 60 billion in incremental GMV in the retail space, whereas Amazon added about 40 billion. So it's the first time I've actually seen someone besides Alibaba surpass Amazon in that game. And I think that really speaks well to kind of how they're positioned and how they're growing disproportionately in the market and capturing share. So I like what I see. In particular, one of the things I picked up on the earnings call, they talked about how they're going from a 1-month free trial to a 3-month free trial because they did studies that show that ultimately that results in better profit and better stickiness for those brands as opposed to the 1 month. And so they're going to pay a little bit of price for that in Q1. You see that reflected in their guidance, but I think they make up for that in future quarters and years, and that really demonstrates their long-term thinking.
AI really helping this company, Chris, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, undoubtedly. I mean, they are developing a lot of AI tools for their merchants. They've heavily invested in AI with Shopify Magic and Shopify Sidekick. And as you can see, their operating efficiency is really improving each and every quarter. So I think the AI tools are benefiting not only their customers, but also their bottom line. So AI is just doing great things for Shopify.
Granted, there's always headwinds and tailwinds for pretty much every company. If you dig, you'll find the outlook, people are saying, is pretty good. It's mostly in line, but it does show revenue growth, and that revenue growth may slow a little. Over at Wedbush, they're saying that some level of conservatism in this outlook. Maybe things could be even better than they seem, Josh. I mean, what do you think about this outlook?
Yeah, I would agree with that sentiment. I'm a big believer in looking at people's history. And if you look at Shopify, they pretty much consistently forecast conservative and beat their forecast. And so I look at that in that vein. I'm not overreacting to their guidance. I think it's just indicative of what they've always done. And so I would actually expect the results to look very similar to what we saw in Q3, Q4. And I would expect them to beat their guidance.
And I think about pricing power, total addressable market, and the services that they provide. The market must be sort of somewhat endless because it's still not an established player. It's still fairly new. Chris?
Yeah, I mean, Shopify, they define their market, their total addressable market, almost $1 trillion. And they think the market's only penetrated 1%. So there's a ton of room for growth. They do have about 12% of the U.S. e-commerce market share. So, I mean, they are the dominant player in this space, and their market position just keeps on getting stronger. So there is still plenty of room for growth on the international side. It's only 30% of revenue, and that grew 33% in the last quarter. So that is even outpacing North America. So there's a lot of levers that they can pull in terms of growth, and they're really firing on all cylinders here.
Yeah, it's, I mean, 7 quarters, 25% plus of revenue growth. Really has been a strong performance. Look, we'll get retail sales at the end of the week. So much of this depends on the economy and people shopping. Josh, where do you stand there?
Yeah, you know, we have visibility to a little over $1 billion at Spreetail, and a lot of our brands do over $1 billion on Shopify as well. We just continue to see the consumer be rather strong. I think we're obviously watching the tariff situation that is posing a unique dynamic that we're all going to have to navigate together. I think that does impact everybody equally, and I think there's a lot of unopened or unanswered questions at this point. And so we're just kind of having to make sure we're staying agile, and I think Shopify is in the same boat. So I don't see anything overly concerning today.
Give us the opportunity to understand Spreetail a little better, quickly.
Yeah, we're an e-commerce enabler. So, you know, similar to Shopify, we try and grow brands north of 30% year on year. That's what we do. Our focus, unlike them, though, is I would say marketplace enablement. So we're one of the top 2 sellers on Amazon. We're one of the top 3 sellers on Walmart, and we're the top seller on Target Plus. And that gives us great visibility to really what consumers are doing across the ecosystem. We advise our brands, we give them great services, and we give them great fulfillment. We really specialize, I would say, on heavy bulky, and that's where we add a lot of value. We're kind of a hidden player. A lot of folks wouldn't know about us, but.
And now, you know, Shopify continues to onboard some big retailers such as Karl Lagerfeld. Final quick thought, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, Shopify, they started off serving small to medium-sized businesses, but now they serve all the way up to the enterprise. I think the positive is that during the COVID pandemic, a lot of people reevaluated their careers, wanted to launch their own business. You've seen new business creation surpass 5 million each year over the last 4 years. So it's just growing their market and growing opportunity for Shopify.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. I mean, right now we're seeing the stock at 52-week highs and some of the analysts with even higher outlooks. Thank you both, Chris Wang, Josh Ketter. Good to see you. Thank you.